In less than a year, we were able to hit over $100,000 a month inside of our content agency. And just a year later, we were able to go to over $200,000 a month in our content agency. And we've been able to help over 200 agencies just like yourself grow and scale their agencies using the frameworks that we're about to reveal in this video. So if you're an agency that creates content for clients, you're a video agency, maybe you're a freelancer, and you're looking to actually grow and scale to that $50,000 plus per month mark, this video is going to be for you, because we're going to go through the 4 different pillars of what you need to scale beyond just relying on word of mouth from referrals, to scale beyond you doing everything and not having a team around you, to going from having no systems and processes in place. We're going to go through the only agency guide that you'll ever need to hit $50,000 per month in your content agency, or if you're an agency that creates content for your clients. These are literally the same systems that took me from working in a coffee shop. So my story is, I literally started as a realtor, do content for myself, and then one thing led to another. People kept asking me, how are you getting deals from social media? How are you building your brand so easily? And I was like, maybe I could actually help these people. So started helping one person, one thing led to another, started helping more people, and realized, wow, I might be onto something. We're able to scale to a 7,000 square foot studio in Bellevue, Washington, and a team of over 20 people. And again, we've been able to do this for 200 plus agencies using the same framework. First thing that we want to focus on is creating a banger offer. That means an offer that is going to provide outcomes to your clients. I'd be the guy who would say yes to everything because I had FOMO. I would also use verbiage like, how many videos do you want? More so asking them what they want when I'm the marketer. And I would think to myself, like, I just need to make this person happy. I need to please this person so that they don't leave. Well, this seemed like a really good idea and it works. I just wanted to freelance all the time, but I knew I wanted to grow and scale a business beyond myself. What this really led to is overwhelm from the team. I would be the one that's saying yes, but I would also have to clean up the mess. Ultimately, what this led me to is being a bottleneck. I was saying yes to everything. Everything relied on me, and there's no way that I could actually scale that. It was confusing to the client. And ultimately, you're an order taker, which is a commodity, which is a glorified freelancer, which ultimately is not going to be scalable. When we think about our offer, what we need to think about is a couple of things here. First thing that we need to think about is the who. Who is it that we're working with? Then what we need to figure out is, what are their pain points? What are they struggling with in their business? So the first pain point always should be leads, money driven. And then we need to figure out, what are the outcomes for our clients? Because at the end of the day, your clients do not care about videos. All they care about is getting them from where they are to where they want to go. We need to focus on, what do I need to do to get my clients from where they are to where they want to go? And this is what's going to become your offer. We need to see ourselves as marketers first, deliverablers second. We need to do everything possible to get our clients from where they are to where they want to go. I want to figure out, what are these steps that are going to get my clients from where they are to where they want to go. Likely, if you're watching this, you're probably doing something, but there's probably just some elements that you could be missing. A lot of people are like, I'm going to do call with them, and then I'm going to shoot the videos, I'm going to edit the videos, and then I'm going to send to them, and they're going to do the posting. Is that actually going to get them to their outcomes of getting leads? We want to ask ourselves, what is it that I can do to get my clients leads? This is where you need to get creative with your client avatar, do some research as a marketer, and then now content becomes less of the conversation and the outcomes become the main point of the conversation. That is how we begin to create a banger offer. Now what we can identify is, who can help me with this? Who can help me with this? Who could help me with this? And now we start to be able to have a vision for our offer that we can repeat over and over again. And that is delegatable by mapping out the steps desired outcome. That is how we create a banger offer. Last thing I'll hit on is on the who. If you are a specialist in a niche and you have experience within a specific niche, double down on that. If you're just starting, or if you haven't been able to scale past that $10,000, $20,000 per month mark, go a little bit broad, create an offer that could solve an audience under like an umbrella niche, and then just stick with that, sell a couple, get the momentum going. And then once you grow and scale, then you can really hone in on the niche. The next thing that we need to focus on is 100% client acquisition. Like, I came from real estate, which was like a very who's who business. You got to attend these events, have all these acquaintances, which I was doing. It landed being a local magazine, 30 under 30. Was able to speak on some really cool panels with some like pretty awesome social media influencers. And what came to that was a lot of referrals and word of mouth. And that's really what our business started growing with, was referrals and people that knew me and people that knew what we were doing. But the problem is eventually the referrals started to slow down. The cycle, the flow, when something like, we're going to get a new client, and now we're feasting, and then we have to do the fulfillment and the delivery. And then we don't focus on biz dev, and all of a sudden we need new clients. And then it would just yo-yo and just go back and forth exactly like that, which is a problem, because what needs to happen is you need to get more clients and you need to keep getting more clients, and your fulfillment should continue to build as your clients build. We need to create predictability on our client acquisition so that we can scale our operations and not be in the cycle, because the reason you're in the cycle is because you don't have a predictable way to get new clients. So a lot of different ways for client acquisition: cold email, outbound, love ads, love cold calling, love outbound DMs. We're going to talk specifically authority funnel, and we're going to break this down for us. The purpose of the authority funnel is to drive traffic to our Instagram. Basically, to me, this is a 1-2 punch. One, it builds your brand because you're getting more traffic to your Instagram. Two, you need to get you clients. First thing first that we want to do is we want to create a follower ad. Follower ad is going to be an ad that is going to drive traffic to our Instagram. We're asking people for a follow. So the script goes something like this. If you're a niche and you're looking to achieve desired outcome, but you're struggling with pain point 1, pain point 2, pain point 3, go ahead and give me a follow here on Instagram, where I show niches how they can achieve desired outcome using our unique mechanism. So that's ad number 1. I like to spend about, starting off, basically we want to do at least $1,000 a month. I would probably do $20, $50 a day. So after we do the follower ad, then what we want to do is we want to launch a carousel ad. Is going to be a direct message, like opt-in ad. So carousel ad, purpose of this is to get people to DM you a keyword so that they can opt in to learn more about what you have to sell. How we do it is we have a hook as slide 1, then we have teaching, and then we have CTA. The hook needs to catch your ideal customer's attention. When we go to the teaching point, what we're doing is we're having a bold claim, like an old way in implications, and then we are teaching in the actual text. And then at the end, you say something like, DM me the word scale and I'll send you more information on how this all works. We're driving everybody to Instagram. And then what we're doing from Instagram is we are then going to get followers and messages. We need to appointment setting. So anytime we get a new follower, anytime we get a new opt-in, we need to set them on the appointment. Typically from a follower perspective, what we'll do is we'll message all the followers and say, hey, thanks so much for responding. Are you also an agency owner? Love what you're doing. And then what we'll do is then we'll ask something to qualify them. How long have you been in business? Which is us finding the gap. Then once we find the gap, then we sell the call. And then the messages, we just kind of do the same framework, but we do less of the small talk of hey, thanks so much for the follow. We say, give me some context on your agency. What's the big goal a year from now? What's stopping you? Awesome. We feel like we can help you. Once we set the call, then we close the appointment from there and jump on a call and use proven framework to do that. And what we want to make sure is we're tracking it. So I would run it for 2 weeks plus and see what you need to optimize. We need to make sure we're doing speed to lead. When we do get a new follower, when we do get a new opt-in, we are messaging them quickly and efficiently so that we can actually close a deal from them. And we also need to make sure our copy is dialed in. So now it's about smooth systems. Oftentimes in the agency space, myself included, we're juggling. We need to get everything in our head because likely if you are scaling the agency, probably operating from yourself. So you just need to get everything that's going on in your head from your systems and processes that you do subconsciously. And you need to get this on paper in the form of standard operating procedures. So what we do is we have an agency operating system, and the agency operating system is really the foundation of scaling because we need systems that can run the business. And a couple of key things that I would build out in the agency operating system is the Client OS, Fulfillment OS, Sales OS, and Effective OS. This is our agency OS. Everybody who joins Agency U gets access to this, plus a ton of videos on how to actually use this, and we'll actually implement this for you. First one that we wanted to talk about was the Client OS. It's going to be really important as you grow and scale to have organized client directory, essentially. So if I pop open Tesla, for example, I can see everything that's going on with Tesla. I can see who's the team assigned to it. I can see what offer they're on. I can see that they're on track. I can see all the projects, all the tasks that we've done for this, how much they paid. And then when we get to the point where it's oh, can you send me over the onboarding information? Or do you have the logo and stuff like that? Everything's going to be in here. All the projects that we're working on, all the meetings that we've done with the client should be stored in the client directory. And if I just open this, I should get all the information for the client inside of the Client OS. I can see all active one, everybody that we're onboarding, past clients, people that are ending this month based off of the end date. Having a Client OS is going to be paramount for data. Next is going to be the Fulfillment OS. Basically what this is, it's a full system to fulfill your clients. So let's just say we're doing a project for Tesla. So what we can do is we can say Tesla March, we're going to do all of these tasks for the client. And now if we open this, we can start to create tasks associated with the project. We can open this. We can have a template already pre-made for the video that we're going to make for them. Essentially, we can assign people to the piece of content that we're doing. So let's just say we're going to edit this on the 24th and we want this due on the 29th. We're going to shoot this on the 22nd and we want to post this on the 7th. What you need to do is you just need to assign people to it. You need to outline the script, who's responsible for the script, if you're writing a script, whatever it could be. And this is a piece of content that we're going to follow along from the journey of scripting to actually posting. So now we can say, awesome, this has been scripted. Now it's ready to shoot. So now what we can do is we can see Tesla, look at Tesla, you would see, awesome, we have 3 pending tasks, which are the videos that we did. Now, if I go to videographer view, we just saw we need to shoot this on this date. They can easily access it here. A video editor view, just like what we created, they're going to edit this on this date. So once the videographer drops the raw content here, then they can say, this is now going to be ready to edit. And the editor can now say, this is what I'm going to edit on this date. And this is what I have to do on this date. So I'm knowing that I need to reverse engineer it back from there. Now it gets time to posting. We wanted to post this on what, like the 7th? Now we can see, cool. On the 7th, this is now ready to post. And now I have all the information. I can just go ahead and pull content that's been added here. Go ahead and post it for the client. Okay, next is the Sales OS, which is going to be managing like your CRM. We can automate a calendar to automatically add calls to here. So we can say, Brittany Spears booked a follow-up call with her. Here's all the information automated from a form. Here's a sales framework that we have. They booked a call. We assigned it to me. Now we can see a board view of the CRM, upcoming, follow book, need to reschedule, no show. I can see a calendar of all the calls that we've had. I can see the follow-ups that we have. I can see how many calls by month that we're able to book, which again, gives a status. I can see it by source, Instagram follower, Instagram opt-in. I can scroll down, have a sales presentation, case studies, SOPs, payment links, NPS surveys. Having a sales dashboard like this is going to be paramount for staying organized so that you can actually close deals. Okay, Objectives OS is the last one. Having an organized way to actually get things done. So we use like OKRs, objectives, and key results. What we do is we have like a company objective, and then every time we have an objective, we will start to reverse engineer the objective and create tasks associated with it. Next thing is going to be hiring A players. We need people on the team who are bought into the vision and can get you to that next place and then buy back some of your time. We need to realize we need to build systems to run the business. Well, I just showed you the operating system. And then we need to find people to run the systems that we've built. And that is how a business is operationally healthy. So what a lot of people do, myself included, is would hire somebody, and then I hover over the work, watch the work, just edit this video for me. Like, here's the footage, just make it look cool. And then you get the video back and you're fuming because you're like, what the heck? I have a deadline. This is not what I communicated to you. This is not what I said to you. What you just delivered is not creative. And then you just decide it's faster if I just do it. But what you fail to realize is that you didn't set proper expectations with the client. Your job is to set expectations with absolutely everybody and hold people to those expectations. I always love this analogy. When I say the word apple, what comes to your mind? Is it Mac? Is it Red Delicious? Is it green? Same word, different meanings. So what we need to make sure when we're hiring people is that when we say a word creative, we need to define even further what that actually means. So what we need to first do is we need to go back to our offer and we need to think to ourselves, who can I hire to do all this stuff for me? And what we begin to do is we can find specialists to hire in order to fulfill on the tasks that are actually needed to get the role done. And then now that's how you price, is you say, how much would it cost to find an editor to do this? How long do I think it would take? Cost me $100. The client, I'm going to charge them a markup of 4, so that's going to be $400 to the client. So that is how we dial in the talent. And how we look at our offer is we look at it from the viewpoint of, okay, who can I hire to do this for me? Here's some key hires that I would think about as you scale that $50K a month is EA for sure. EA should do like everything for you. Editor, hands down. Like if you're watching this and you're an agency owner, you should not be editing videos. Client success manager, someone to send clients stuff back and forth, send recap emails, book meetings, all this sort of stuff. And then social media manager to post on your client's behalf, another paramount role. Question is, how do I find these people? And that is what we call the talent acquisition funnel. First thing that we need to do is we need to create a job description 2.0. Basically, this is a role, a responsibility, and smart expectations. This should be like times 3 to 5. Okay, what we don't want to do is we want to hire somebody, be ambiguous, then we hire them and we feel frustrated because we failed these expectations. Job description 2.0, we need multiple roles, the responsibilities associated with those roles, and smart expectations. What are you going to measure? SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-based. What are you going to measure as it pertains to that role? After the job description, we're going to do a job posting. The purpose of the job posting is to sell the job to ideal candidate. A job posting is a marketing tool to attract your ideal customers. Next, we're going to do an intake form. All of the job posting stuff, we're going to funnel to the intake form. The intake form is basically like a questionnaire, like interview number 0.5. They find the job posting online and then they click to apply on the intake form. And inside of the job posting, what we're doing is we're saying, in order to be considered for this role, you must fill out this intake form. Intake form could be anywhere from 5 to 20 different questions that get to know them. And then we post the job, obviously. And then for posting the job, we want to drive as much traffic as possible to the intake form so we have as many candidates as possible. After that, we basically go through the intake form, and the intake platform. We then do test work. Can pay for it depending on the type of candidate, or you can assume that that's their part of earning their role. If you like the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, join our school group down below, subscribe to the channel, and keep following along for more content like this.